If you're like me and you bust up wood and use a fireplace, then you probably have a daily regimen for cleaning up the leftover ash from regular use. And if you are using your fireplace a lot, then you can be left with quite a bit of ash over time. Most people just throw this away, but when you do, you are disposing of a valuable resource that can be used inside the home as well as outside. And remember, we are talking about natural wood ash, not store-bought fire logs or charcoal ash, which can actually be harmful because of the harsh chemicals that are used in their processing. So today we are going to be taking a look at some alternative uses for that leftover ash in no particular order. Number one, enriching compost. Because ash can be very mineral rich, particularly in lime and potassium. Mix in some ash before applying it to your soil. Merely coating your compost and then mixing it in should be more than enough. You don't need a whole lot. Number two, you can change your soil's pH levels. If you're having issues with low alkaline in your lawn or garden, sprinkling small amounts of wood ash will help to enrich your soil quality. Number three, you can ward off garden pests. A nice coating of wood ash spread in garden beds to create a barrier is a great natural way to repel slugs and snails. Also, pouring some on an anthill will force them out, since they can't pick up the ash to move it. Ash can also repel lice, ticks, and fleas when mixed with vinegar. Ash can also repel lice, ticks, and fleas when mixed with vinegar. Keep this in mind when your pets get pests. Number four, boosting garden veggies. If you have plants that thrive on calcium, like tomatoes for example, adding a quarter cup of ash into the hole when planting will increase their growth cycle. Number five, controlling algae. If you've got a pond or other water structure that has an out of control algae problem, then adding ash to the water, about a tablespoon per 1,000 gallons is what's recommended, will help the other aquatic plants in competing against the algae and regain control over the situation. Number six, a dust bath. If you own chickens, then you know the importance of having a dust bath area for them as part of their hygiene and social behavior. A mixture of firewood ash and sand is something your chickens will really enjoy. Number seven, de-skunk your unfortunate pets. If you have a cat or a dog or any other animal with fur that has had a run-in with a skunk and lost, rubbing dry ash into their fur can help to neutralize that odor. Number eight, a natural deicer. You can sprinkle ash on your sidewalk, stairs, and driveway or any other slippery surfaces. Wood ash will help to melt the ice and aid in traction. The benefit here is that one, you don't have to pay for the ash, and two, since you're not using salt, you don't have to worry about the chemicals often found in melting agents getting into your home's environment. Number nine, making soap. If you want to get really old school, you can use ash in the soap making process. You can soak ashes to turn them into lye that you would then mix with fat and then boil to produce soap. Salt will help it to harden when it cools. And number 10, as a polishing agent, wood ash is mildly abrasive and so can be used to polish cloudy glass, silverware, and metals with dull finishes. 1 cup of ash with just enough water to turn it into a paste will do. Spread the paste over your lusterless items, let it sit for a few minutes, and then polish it off. And you just knew I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 11 if you will. Ash can be a fire repellent. Even though ash is created from fire, it can also be used to put a fire out. Just like how a bucket of sand can put a fire out, a bucket full of dry ash can do the same thing. And one more note just for the point of safety. Remember to carefully store your fresh ash as it can still retain heat or hide an active small coal from the fireplace that can start a fire, so make sure it's fully cooled when you store it. Also, remember that we're talking about wood ash, not store-bought fire logs or charcoal, which contains dangerous chemicals that would defeat the purpose of pretty much anything on the list. So I hope you found this list helpful. If you have anything you would like to add to the list, feel free to post it in the comments section down below. It could be helpful to other viewers. It could be helpful to me. You never know. Please do give the video a thumbs up. Always appreciated. Share it if you can, and subscribe if you are new. Check out some of the other videos if you haven't. You may find something interesting to you. If you would like to help the channel out, there are links down below, or simply let the ads run when you see one. You don't have to actually pay attention to it for it to count. So that being said, as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.